Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to GBFC 2, the second channel to the George Benson football channel, and today we have got the Champions League quarter final, second leg predictions for a place in the semi-final, the last four of the Uefa Champions League. We saw some brilliant football played in the first leg, and a couple of my predictions were a little bit skew-iff, but you guys saw me react to those first leg predictions last week, and I want to say a big thank you. It's the most popular video so far on GBFC 2, and if you're new around here, I'd love to ask you to subscribe. We're creeping very slowly to 10,000 subscribers, so if we can hit that, that'd be wonderful, and if we can get this video to 700 likes, then you guys are a bunch of bloody legends. We are going to start with the first game, which was actually the second to last game that we started with last week, Bayern Munich versus Paris Saint-Germain. PSG are the home side, and they take a 3-2 lead into the second leg. This is an incredibly evenly poised tie. Bayern Munich are still going to be without some key players. However, when you look at how dominant Bayern Munich were in that game against Paris Saint-Germain, you just wonder if PSG are going to be so lucky to only concede 2 goals like they did last week. I think it could become very much a game where Paris Saint-Germain are going to have to defend like they've never defended before. Bayern Munich are chasing as they're currently in a deficit. They've got to go to Paris Saint-Germain and score at least a couple of goals. And I think they will. But I think Paris Saint-Germain will also score a couple of goals because they look so clinical and so potent in the final third. When they go forward, they're absolutely mesmerising at times. The speed in which they attack, the silky, skillful moves that they have with Neymar, Mbappe, the guile of Verratti in the centre. They've got so many quality players, and I've just got a funny feeling that after getting to the final last year, I think that they might just get to the semis and knock out the champions of Europe. And I think it's going to finish Paris Saint-Germain 2, Bayern Munich 2. There's definitely going to be goals in this game. It's an absolute no-brainer. If this finishes 0-0, then, well, I'll eat a slice of bloody humble pie and say that I was incredibly wrong. But after watching the attacking talent on display last week, minus Lewandowski, it was absolutely brilliant to watch. And I think that Bayern Munich are going to have to go there and try and score. And despite losing that home leg, they were incredibly dominant. And I think they'll score again, but I think PSG will as well. So with that being said, Paris Saint-Germain get through 5-4 on aggregate, which means Bayern Munich are out of the competition. We move into the second game on Tuesday night, Chelsea versus Porto. If you guys haven't already seen my match preview, you'll know that I'm very nervous for this game. You know, I'm always the optimist. However, considering Chelsea have a very convincing 2-goal lead after scoring 2 away goals, it makes me worried that because of the youth in the Chelsea side, we might not have that know-how to go about finishing the job. I believe that we do, but there's just this little thing inside of my head that's saying maybe we might just, you know, struggle a little bit here. And I think Porto are definitely going to go for it. They're a good side. They play good football. They've got players coming back from suspension. Oliveira's going to be back in the midfield. He's a very good player. He's a game changer for them. So it is going to make life a little bit more difficult for Chelsea. However, I think that Chelsea have looked so good and so solid defensively in this competition, particularly in the 3 knockout ties that we've seen, the 2 games against Atletico and that first leg against Porto. We've looked so good defensively that I believe we'll keep a clean sheet again. And I think despite Porto having to attack us, I think we'll go with a lineup that definitely caters for counter-attacking football, and I think Chelsea will win the second leg 2-0, which if that is the case, 4-0 aggregate win, we can get very excited about Chelsea being in a Champions League semi-final. I think it could be quite difficult to stop Porto from scoring, but based off of that record that Chelsea have in the Champions League this season, with the amount of clean sheets that we've kept, I think it's going to be another very solid defensive display, another clean sheet for Chelsea, and a 2-0 second leg win. A very comfortable 4-0 aggregate scoreline. And we move into the games on Wednesday night, starting off with Borussia Dortmund versus Manchester City. Now, I bring it back to what I mentioned when we spoke about the Man City-Dortmund first leg that finished 2-1 to City at the Etihad. It was very unlucky for Borussia Dortmund in this game. The Bellingham goal that wasn't given as a goal and then he got booked for it, I think is one of the craziest refereeing decisions that I've seen. in quite some time, and that's saying something because the Champions League is full of crazy refereeing decisions with yellow cards being swung around like flipping, I don't know, hats in a, I don't know. I'm losing the will to live here. I have no idea where I was going with that one. Swinging it around like a hat on a stick. I don't know. Dortmund versus Man City. This is not going to be easy for Manchester City. That away goal for Borussia Dortmund and the fact that they only trail by 1 goal could be vital if Dortmund are to take something from this game. Manchester City, serial bottlers in this competition. They don't know how to get to the final. They seem to get beaten by teams that they should be beating. And this, on paper, is set up to be another one of those where Dortmund are the underdogs. City have been so good this season, and maybe lightning's going to strike in the same place again. However, I just feel as though this Manchester City team are a level above where they've been before, when they've been knocked out in this competition by teams they should be beating, when they've given away leads. I think they're better than that now. I think what we've seen from City this season has been large developments in their game, large developments in their mentality, and despite being beaten by Leeds United at the Etihad earlier on this weekend, where they had 29 shots, scored 1 goal, Leeds had 2 shots, scored 2 goals, it's an incredible game where if you look at the stats, there's no way City should be losing it. I think they'll have enough to get over the line here, and I think again, it's going to be both teams will score, but I think the game's going to finish 1-1, which will see Manchester City qualify for the semi-finals, setting up a 2-legged tie against PSG. Dortmund go out, but battling performance, not so bad. We move into Liverpool versus Real Madrid. This one, again, history would say that Liverpool have come from behind in far greater, steeper climbs than this one when they were 3-0 down against Barcelona and that famous night in Anfield where they scored 4 to knock out Barcelona. This season, they've not looked as good as that. They scored a late goal to beat Aston Villa at the weekend. Trent Alexander-Arnold with a beautiful finish. Definitely build his confidence going into this game. Liverpool, this is, for me, this has got, it has that, I don't know, because this is all about who Chelsea are going to play. And I've just said the whole season that I don't think Liverpool are going to be able to do it. But I have a funny feeling this is going to be another one of those games where Liverpool show up and they really push Real Madrid to the wire. And I'm going to go with a wild prediction here. And I think Liverpool are going to win the 90-minute game 3-1, which means that it's 4-4 on aggregate. It goes to extra time. And then I think Real Madrid score the winning goal in extra time. Karim Benzema making it 3-2 on the night. Real Madrid go through 5-4 on aggregate, setting up a semi-final against Chelsea. I've got a big smile on my face because I just hope that all of these predictions come true because it means Chelsea make the semi-final. That's really all I care about, to be quite honest. But I think Real Madrid will do it in dramatic fashion with a goal in the last 5 minutes of extra time. Karim Benzema scoring it, and they lose on the night by 3-2 after extra time. It's pretty crazy, that prediction there at the end, but I'd love to know what you guys have to say about all of the predictions for all of the matches in the comments down below. Like I said at the beginning, if you are not yet subscribed to GBFC 2, make sure you do so and hit the like button on this video. Enjoy all of this Champions League football that we've got coming ahead of us this week. It is going to be insane, and then I'll speak to you guys again after all of the results on Wednesday night, where we will look ahead to the Champions League semi-finals. Hopefully Chelsea will be there. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you all later.